The weight of the nails. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green hills, there lived a young boy named Aarav. Aarav was clever, funny, and full of energy, but he had one bad habit. He often lost his temper. He would get angry at his friends over small things. If they didn't let him win a game, if someone teased him, or if his parents said no. When he was angry, his words became sharp like knives, and he would say things he didn't mean. Afterwards, he would feel sorry, but by then, the damage was done. One day, Aarav's father called him to the backyard. He handed him a small bag full of iron nails and said, "Every time you lose your temper, hammer one of these nails into that old wooden fence." Aarav didn't really understand why, but he agreed. That first day, he drove 12 nails into the fence. His arms ached, but he also began to notice something. Each time he hit the nail, he felt his anger fading a little. As days passed, the number of nails slowly decreased. Aarav started finding ways to control his temper, taking deep breaths, walking away, or thinking before speaking. After a few weeks, he could go an entire day without hammering a single nail. He ran to his father proudly. "Look, Papa, I didn't lose my temper at all today." His father smiled. "That's wonderful, Aarav. Now, every day you manage to stay calm, pull out one nail from the fence." Aarav was excited. Slowly, one by one, he removed each nail. It took several months, but finally, one bright morning, he had pulled out every single nail. He called his father again, his eyes sparkling. "All the nails are gone. I did it." His father walked with him to the fence. He looked at the wood, then said softly, "Well done, my son. But now, look closely at the fence." Aarav frowned. The fence was full of holes and marks, each one where a nail had once been. "Do you see, Aarav?" his father continued. "When you say hurtful things in anger, they leave marks just like these holes. Even if you say sorry later, the scars remain. You can pull out the nails, but the fence will never be the same." Aarav stood there silently, touching the rough wood. For the first time, he understood what his anger had done, not to fences, but to people. He remembered how his friend Rohan had stopped talking to him for days after a fight, how his little sister cried when he yelled at her, how his mother's eyes looked sad when he slammed the door. From that day on, Aarav changed. He learned that words have power, to hurt or to heal. Whenever he felt anger rising, he would close his eyes and imagine the wooden fence. Then, he'd take a deep breath and choose silence or kindness instead. Years passed, and Aarav grew up to be a respected young man, calm, patient, and wise. People often came to him for advice. One day, a little boy from the neighborhood came running to him, tears in his eyes, saying, "Aarav Bia, I keep fighting with everyone. I can't control my temper." Aarav smiled gently and went inside. He returned with a small bag, filled with iron nails. He placed it in the boy's hands and said, "Let me tell you a story." Moral of the story: anger is like a fire. Once it's out, the damage may remain. Words spoken in anger can leave scars that apologies cannot erase. Learning to control your temper is not about being weak. It's about being wise and kind.